Substance addiction. This happens when someone becomes hooked on drugs or alcohol. These substances can change the way the brain works, making it hard to stop using them, even when it's hurting them. Gambling addiction. This occurs when someone can't stop gambling, even if it's causing big problems in their life. They might keep gambling to try and win back money they've lost, but it often leads to more losses. Food addiction. This happens when someone feels a really strong urge to eat, even when they're not hungry. They might eat a lot of unhealthy foods, which can cause health problems. Internet addiction. This occurs when someone spends too much time online, playing games or using social media. It can make it hard for them to focus on other things, like school or work. Work addiction. This happens when someone becomes obsessed with their job and works all the time, even when they don't need to. It can make it hard for them to relax or spend time with friends and family. Shopping addiction. This occurs when someone can't control their urge to shop, often buying things they don't need and spending more money than they can afford. It can lead to financial problems and strain relationships. Exercise addiction. This happens when someone becomes obsessed with working out, often exercising excessively and compulsively. They may prioritize exercise over other important aspects of their life, leading to physical and emotional strain. Sexual addiction. This occurs when someone becomes preoccupied with sexual thoughts or behaviors, often engaging in risky or harmful activities. It can lead to relationship problems, emotional distress, and even legal issues. Technology addiction. This goes beyond just the internet and includes addiction to smartphones, social media, and other digital devices. People with technology addiction may struggle to disconnect and spend excessive amounts of time online, leading to negative impacts on their mental health and relationships. Social media addiction. This occurs when someone spends excessive amounts of time on social media platforms, constantly checking for updates and seeking validation through likes and comments. It can lead to feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and low self-esteem. Workout supplement addiction. Some individuals become addicted to workout supplements, such as protein powders or performance-enhancing substances. They may rely on these supplements to achieve their fitness goals and experience withdrawal symptoms when they try to stop. Plastic surgery addiction. This addiction involves a compulsive desire to undergo cosmetic procedures to alter one's appearance. It can stem from low self-esteem or body dysmorphia and may result in financial strain, health risks, and dissatisfaction with one's physical appearance. Self-harm addiction. Self-harm addiction involves repetitive and deliberate acts of self-injury, often as a way to cope with emotional pain or distress. Individuals may feel temporary relief or a sense of control from self-harming behaviors, but can face long-term physical and psychological consequences. Tanning addiction. Some people develop an addiction to tanning, whether through exposure to the sun or indoor tanning beds. This addiction can lead to skin damage, premature aging, and an increased risk of skin cancer. Video game addiction. Video game addiction occurs when someone spends an excessive amount of time playing video games, to the detriment of other areas of life such as work, school, and relationships. It can lead to social isolation, poor academic or job performance, and physical health problems. Love addiction. Love addiction is characterized by an obsessive and compulsive pursuit of romantic relationships, often at the expense of one's well-being. Individuals may constantly seek out new partners, fear abandonment, and have difficulty establishing healthy boundaries in relationships. Spiritual addiction. Spiritual addiction involves an unhealthy attachment to spiritual practices or beliefs, such as meditation, prayer, or rituals. While spirituality can be beneficial for mental and emotional well-being, excessive involvement can lead to neglect of other life responsibilities and relationships, as well as a distorted sense of reality. Perfectionism addiction. Perfectionism addiction is characterized by an unrelenting pursuit of flawlessness and high standards, often accompanied by harsh self-criticism. Individuals may become obsessed with achieving perfection in various aspects of their lives, leading to anxiety, stress, and dissatisfaction. Adventure addiction. Adventure addiction refers to a compulsive need for excitement and adrenaline-inducing activities. Individuals may constantly seek out risky and thrill-seeking behaviors, such as extreme sports or dangerous activities, to satisfy their cravings for excitement. Gossip addiction. Gossip addiction is characterized by a compulsive need to engage in gossip and spreading rumors about others. Individuals may derive a sense of power or satisfaction from sharing information about others, even if it causes harm or damages relationships. Narcissism addiction. Narcissism addiction involves an excessive focus on oneself and a constant need for admiration and attention from others. Individuals with narcissistic tendencies may exhibit grandiose behavior, a lack of empathy, and a sense of entitlement. Victim mentality addiction. This addiction occurs when someone becomes addicted to portraying themselves as a victim in various situations, often seeking sympathy and pity from others. They may avoid taking responsibility for their actions and perpetuate a cycle of self-pity. Control addiction. It is characterized by an excessive need to control people, situations, or outcomes in order to feel secure and avoid uncertainty. Individuals may exhibit controlling behaviors in relationships, work environments, or other areas of their lives. Drama addiction. Drama addiction involves seeking out or creating dramatic situations and conflicts to feel excitement and stimulation. Individuals may thrive on chaos and turmoil, often causing disruptions in their relationships and environments. Fantasy addiction. This addiction involves becoming obsessed with escaping reality through elaborate fantasies, daydreams, or virtual worlds. Individuals may spend excessive amounts of time and energy immersed in their fantasies, neglecting real-life responsibilities and relationships. Escapism addiction. Escapism addiction occurs when someone uses various forms of escapism, such as substance abuse, excessive gaming, or binge watching, to avoid facing their problems and emotions. They may use escapism as a coping mechanism to numb emotional pain or stress. Nostalgia addiction. Nostalgia addiction occurs when someone becomes addicted to reminiscing about the past and longing for earlier times. They may constantly dwell on memories and struggle to live in the present moment. Risk addiction. Risk addiction involves a compulsive desire to take risks and engage in dangerous activities, often for the thrill and excitement they provide. Individuals may seek out risky behaviors, despite the potential consequences to themselves and others. Sleep addiction. Sleep addiction, also known as hypersomnia, occurs when someone becomes excessively dependent on sleep as a means of escape or avoidance. They may oversleep to avoid facing reality or cope with emotional distress, leading to disruptions in daily functioning. Rejection addiction. Rejection, sensitivity addiction, refers to an extreme sensitivity to perceived rejection or criticism from others. Individuals may constantly fear rejection and go to great lengths to avoid situations or interactions that may trigger feelings of rejection. Comparison addiction. Comparison addiction occurs when someone becomes obsessed with comparing themselves to others, often leading to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. They may constantly seek validation and validation from others, leading to a cycle of comparison and dissatisfaction.